ready?
I think the film, connects to us all. A childlike essence of being a superhero and stopping the villain, no matter what consequence. However, that's when you can go a little bit too far. So far, you can't really get back. And that's when it comes. The doubt of it living somewhere.
This is so weird. Okay, me. Yeah, talk about me. Okay. So, It Lives Somewhere became an obsession with me probably around about 10 months ago. Prior to that, I were going through some mental health issues myself. I decided to seek out some therapy. A lot of the therapists that I worked with went down the route of be careful what you say to yourself, because it can live somewhere. And then that started to infest into my head, obviously. The title was there straight away, It Lives Somewhere. I wanted to tell it from a female perspective. I wanted to show that people can be influenced by the outside world and based on what people say to us and how we believe them and get some sort of body dysmorphia throughout it. Then I just got literally obsessed with the idea, started thinking of the vision of it, the shots of it. This is way before I wrote anything down. It was just ideas coming to me all the time. So it got to the point where I was like, right, I'm gonna cast this and start making it happen. When I was writing for Nikki Helens. Open your eyes. So when he says open your eyes, just count to five seconds. Give me 5 seconds and then open. And that's probably a better way of doing it.
Yeah.
Okay, and from the top again. Action.
Your dad will be so distant. He'll be turning in his grave.
My dad will be so disappointed in me.
You don't ugly bitch.
Fuck off!
What is it, Nancy?
It's the shadow. The face.
Open your eyes, Nancy.
Well, when Lee Barnes contacts you about a project, you've got to say yes, because his work is it's excellent and always very powerful. Lee is completely, just totally passionate about every job that he does, every project that he works on. And he's just a great writer. He's an excellent director. His cinematography is just absolutely, well, it's second to none, isn't it? And I was absolutely delighted that Lee had asked me to play Nancy, and the fact that it's also highlighting the horrors of mental health, which touches many people that these days they're experienced it themselves or know somebody who has experienced it or is experiencing it. So when he asked me to be involved with the project, I had to say yes.
Do you make one you completely just ruin the egg?
Yeah. Suck all the moisture out of all the please.
And don't cook the bacon properly. That's always a good one.
Make sure the fat is not
Make sure the
rendered
rind,
down.
it's a bucket. I might choke on it. I might not. And a cold cup of coffee to wash it down with.
Was it cold?
We had a cold one. On the
But
warm one.
it was an iced coffee. It was supposed to be cold. This coffee's cold. We got it from the fridge section.
It's a frappe. Tell me, so.
That's it. Don't want none of that horrible. Bring me coffee, milk.
I just wanted black coffee.
With Adam playing the father, I've worked with him and his daughter so many times, so it all just started fitting in place.
Danny read the script, didn't he? And we really thought that it was getting a message out there about mental health awareness. It's obviously a really sort of current topic at the moment. But we have a really good script, great director with Lee, writer, great cast. I've worked with Nikki before and Lee on various projects. Why did you get involved, Hides?
I wanted to do the tutorial because I could wear a nice yellow.
And wear a yellow dress, okay, right. And she did it because of the yellow dress, of course. But, yeah, cool. It is your favourite. You got a free yellow dress, didn't you? Is that why you did it? Is that why you did it? The free yellow dress?
If your inner child could look at you now, what would they say? Would they be happy with the way that you are, or would they be disappointed or sad with the way that you've turned out, and the things that you've forgotten, and the self-belief that we have as a child? If that's just gone, then what's left? What is left? And in this case, it's the clay shadow, the clay figure, the clay face, the clay man. Said so many times in different ways, but I kind of wanted it to be that way, so that clay man, then it changed to a clay figure, then it changed to a clay face, and it just kept on evolving. But I kind of kept that within the script and within the dialogue. So I wanted it to not be clear to anybody what it is, that it's just an entity, it lives somewhere inside of your head. But it can be defeated, and I think the way it can only be defeated is by therapy, by talking, and by self-investigation, going into your own self-designed darkness. One of my favourite lines, it's your own self-designed, and that's a strong word to use, because self-designed means we've created it, and we've created all of our own darkness. So I just wanted to show people that be careful what you say to yourself, because it does live somewhere, and it can infest the rest of your head, and just create a different person to who you are. And then once we strip all that back and we find our inner self, and that's when it comes full circle. But that therapy session was based on a good friend of mine, Nick Payne, who said to me that he had a therapy session where he had to write to his younger self. He had to ask his younger self, so he used his stronger arm to ask his weaker arm, and his weaker arm answered him like as a child, because you write more like a child with your weaker arm. He's like, so what? Where are you? He's like, I'm here. Why haven't you been to see me? And he's like, I'm so sorry. And it was a very emotional state of mind for him to be in, and that really kind of that was like the basis with it. Live somewhere. I'm like, well, what if? Start it, but it's how we manifest that and build it into something greater than what it was originally. Now we change it as well. So that was my inspiration behind it, just to help people see the horrors behind mental health. Like, I'm not here to do any kind of horror to scare people for tactics, just to get people to walk in and watch it. I created it so that people could watch it and take it away, and hopefully sit there and think, maybe I am a bit harsh on myself, and maybe that is causing a lot of problems in my life. So maybe if I find who I used to be and ask them, and hopefully help me along the way. Just rabbit it on.
So I wanted to dedicate the film to my previous partner, Lucy. Without her, I'd have never got therapy. I wouldn't have understood my own mental health issues. I wouldn't have written this film. I knew that Lucy had played a big part in what I was trying to achieve, but it was only when I watched it back that I realised that it weren't just the fact that if it weren't for her, I wouldn't be here, but a lot of the imagery was based on things that she'd told me when she was younger. The magic between her and her granddad, I was trying to get that through. Like, a lot of the magic that she carries within herself really inspired the film for me from the very, very beginning. And then when I finished it and I watched it, I just knew that I had to say something to her. I knew that I had to thank her somehow, because she really does deserve it. And the film is for her. Without her, it wouldn't be here, and neither would I. Because I've struggled with mental health issues for quite a long time. I'm better now, I'm still on the road, but we all battle.
I'll be saved by rock and roll. You can take my money, steal my car and sell my clothes. You can take the shoes I'm in, go on and take everything. You can have about everything I own. Just leave that.
I'm to walk his eye open.
Oh yes, both of you.
Please.
Get more. Get another one more. Hello.
Put it yourself.
Somebody else
In
my neck.
Did it yourself.
I can't do it myself.
What do you mean you can't do it yourself? That's not gonna
It
work.
is how I've said it. I cannot do it myself.
I'm gonna knock somebody.
It's alright, don't
Plenty of
worry.
room on the knees if anybody else wants to
Sit on your knee, you slut.
Yeah, no, it's strange how the body works.
The defence mechanism.
They're there to design a
It's like a
security.
different angle.
Alright then. Go through my head.